Alright, ready? For everybody who hasn't seen the news lately, now's probably the best time in decades to buy a house. So I thought I'd share a little on some of the different house styles. Styles can be kind of tricky because not every house is going to fall into this category or that category. Categories overlap. But if a style or two really catches your eye, you might have an easier time house hunting when you're out there looking around, or if you're designing a house to build. My audience is kind of small tonight, so what I did for my visual aids is just to print handouts. That way, it's easy for everybody to follow along, and got something to take home with you too. So I'll start with the Tudor house style, the Tudor revival actually. Tudor styles have been popular from 1890 until now. They often have decorative half timber framing, steep roofs, tall narrow windows with small panes, and massive chimneys that are topped with decorative chimney pots. Tudor style houses draw their inspiration from medieval cottages and palaces. They're mostly 1.5 to 2 stories, and the second floor cladding on the exterior is usually different than the first. You might have brick on your first floor and stucco or something on your second floor. So they also have large entries, huge living areas, and tall ceilings. The half timbers, those are just applied to the exterior. They're not really a structural part of the house like they used to be. The actual Tudor style houses, those timbers were actually structurally a part of the house, and that was back in the 1500s. So that's why these are called Tudor Revival. And this is what a Tudor Revival house might look like. Okay. Next up we have the Victorian style house. Those were named after Queen Victoria of England. And between 1870 and 1900, the Victorian house style really became one of the most popular styles. That was mostly due to industrial development, and mass production was really becoming popular then, obviously. Victorian houses, you can easily point one of those out. They usually have bright exteriors, a covered or wrap-around front porch, grand towers, and they're really ornamental and decorative on the exterior. They can be 1 or 2 stories, and the pitch of the roof they vary, even from one side of the house to the other. So those are pretty easy to point out. There's what a Victorian house style might look like. Alright, then we have ranch house styles, and most people probably know what I'm talking about. Those became extremely popular in the 1920s, and they're still popular today. A lot of critics say that these houses lack style, but there can be more than meets the eye to those too. Ranch style houses often they're single story. They have a low pitch gable roof. They're usually just rectangular houses or L-shaped. They have large double hung sliding or picture windows, an attached garage, and an open floor plan. And the openness of the floor plan is really a big part of a ranch style house. They don't have too many decorative features on the exterior. They might have shutters around the windows or something like that, and they use natural type siding, like a wood siding or brick or both. And these ranch style houses, they make pretty good starter houses because of the cost effectiveness of the construction. This one printed kind of light, but that's what a ranch style house would look like. Alright, and then on your last sheet, if you look at that, you have a farm style house. And those houses have stood the test of time, and they're really my favorite. I'm kind of a country boy. They can be 1 or 2 stories, and most farmhouses have a nice big front porch that'll extend the whole length of the house, and even wrap around the side or even the back too. And they also have a steep roof. They usually runs the length of the house. That's gabled, and they might accent that roof with dormers or something like that. And they usually have horizontal siding and sometimes shutters at their windows also. So there's what a farmhouse might look like. American. Like I said, there's a lot of different house styles, and most will probably fall into more than one category. But if you do some looking, you find some things that you love and some things that you hate, and you'll make better decisions when you're house hunting or designing your next house to build. So thanks.